Hey everybody, it's Kevin Williams, and I'm standing inside the First Baptist Church in Russell Springs, Kentucky. There's a reason for that. Been in here doing a little bit of work this afternoon, talking to some folks. We're getting ready to have a concert here, Saturday night, April 27th at 6 p.m. It's my hometown, Russell County, Kentucky is where I was raised. I'm very proud of it. If you're from outside the county or even outside the state, I want to encourage you to come here sometime. Situated on beautiful Lake Cumberland and just a garden spot of the United States. It's a great place for me to grow up. And this church is kind of a celebration for me. When we do the concert here on Saturday, April 27th, it will be my 6th homecoming concert of sorts. And we do it free of charge. We bring in some people from the area that are very talented, some dear friends of mine, and then we also have some special guests for the evening. There's no ticket price. We take an offering. It's old-fashioned, and all the proceeds go to children right here in my home county. It stays right here, and every penny that comes in goes to the kids. It's for special needs like coats and shoes and clothing items, hygiene items, various needs that are pretty basic sometimes, needs I didn't even know existed. And this all began for me over 50 years ago. One year I got a coat for Christmas, and it was a corduroy coat. I didn't think much about it. I knew I needed a coat, and I got a coat. That's all I knew. I found out over 35 years later that my parents didn't get the coat for me for Christmas. That came from someone else, someone who was aware that I needed a coat and was also aware that my family didn't have the money to buy the coat. Now that's a pretty cool deal. I was just a kid, got a coat. So when that occurred to me in my 40s, I thought, who's there for the kids these days? See, back then we had tight church family, tight neighbors. It was a different, culturally very different day and time. Nowadays, it's a bit more isolated and polarized. We go through life with blinders on. Do you know the names of your neighbors? A lot of folks don't. It's just the day and time in which we live. And so we don't realize that kids have needs, or that there are even kids across the street sometimes. And yet, I stand in this beautiful church here, and less than a mile from here, there's a trailer with no door. There's just a blanket hanging down, a hole in the floor that you can see the ground through, okay? These are real needs, and kids growing up in this kind of situation. Why are the kids in that situation? Well, there's a whole lot of reasons, and that's an argument for somebody else. But my argument is the kids are never at fault. That kid deserves to grow up with everything that he or she needs to become successful, to become the leader and the productive person that God designed them to be. I believe kids are winners, but they get short-circuited a lot of times in life because they don't have what it takes and they stop trying. They don't have role models. They don't have someone to encourage them. So we're trying to be that here in my hometown. Over the last 6 years, several $1,000s have been raised, and in fact, over $60,000 last year alone came in for this very cause. And with that money, we've been able to provide those specific needs for kids, and not blanket types of needs. So we don't buy coats for everybody. It's not that kind of thing. The school resource managers who help with this cause here in the county know the individual families, they know the kids, and they know the needs. They assess them. And so if one child needs glasses, that's what we try to do. If another child needs shoes, that's what we try to do. The money doesn't get diluted and go into other funds. It stays in a fund specifically for that. Your contribution is tax deductible. If you want to mail a check, you want to call a phone number and talk to somebody about it, all that information will be below this post on my Facebook page. And I'd love for you to do that. We call it Kevin's Kids. And I'm proud of that. I hope you'll join me. not only in being here for this wonderful concert with Matthew Holt and Kevin Moore from the Gaither Tour, with the Crossroads Quartet with over 60 years in gospel music, a community choir, and some wonderful musicians called Southern Raised from Branson. This is going to be a great night. But more than that, I want you to join me in this cause. Encourage a kid. Put a coat on a kid. Do something for a kid. You'll be better off.